Anakin Scar appears in the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, symbolizing that Anakin has grown from the little boy on Tatooine to a battle-hardened Jedi General. So how did Anakin Skywalker get his scar? I'm going to break down exactly how Anakin got his scar and how it almost turned him to the dark side. Before we get into it, remember to hit the subscribe button for more awesome Star Wars lore content. So the story begins when Anakin tries to meet with Padme. Instead of being greeted by Padme at their meeting place, Anakin is found by one of her many handmaidens, Motee. Motee hands Anakin a hologram puck, which she says contains a message from Padme about her urgent political meeting and why she couldn't meet him. Following this, Anakin is slightly worried but brushes it off, rushing in his speeder to the industrial sector of Coruscant. Once he arrives, Anakin parks his speeder in a nearby dockyard and begins to play the message from Padme. The message begins playing and says, "Annie, I'm so sorry to leave you this message and not speak with you in person. There's an urgent meeting and I don't know when I'll be back." The message further continues, "I miss you so much. I know we both have our duties and now that you're a knight, less time for ourselves. I do love you, Annie." Just as the message finishes, a shadowy, bold figure appears out of the dockyard. Anakin screams in anger as Asajj Ventress pulls the hologram puck out of his hand with the Force and begins to make comments about the message. Ventress begins taunting Anakin about Padme, questioning whether or not the other Jedi knew about their hidden relationship. Ventress goes on to say that she came to Coruscant in hopes of finding the fallen Jedi Quinlan Vos, but that he and Kenobi are not available. Ventress instead chose to play Anakin a visit with the intention of inflicting harsh pain on him. And let me know in the comments down below if you prefer this version of Ventress, which is closer to the 2003 Clone Wars style with rounder features, or the more angular version from the 2008 Clone Wars series. After a long string of insults directed at Anakin, Ventress shattered the hologram message from Padme with the Force, which deeply angered him. That was a personal message for Anakin, something he held very dearly despite it not meaning much. This action by Ventress sent Anakin into a deep rage, causing him to ignite his deep blue blade, threatening to kill her. The two then enter a fierce fight, trading blocks and jabs with their crimson and blue blades. Ventress then uses the Force to flip into the air over Anakin's head, while at the same time managing to call him pitiful. While still in the air above Anakin, Ventress pulls the trigger which there was no coming back from. She tells Anakin that she is wasting her time with him and should instead be hunting down his beloved senator, Padme. Anakin demands that Ventress stay away from Padme and delves deeper into the dark side than he had ever been before. Anakin's anger consumed him, leading him to make very careless swings with his blade. As the anger was building inside of him, the thought rushed through his head that this is why the Order does not sanction continuing relationships, a lesson that the Jedi Council were teaching Quinlan Vos while the fight was going on. In a very rapid leap forward, Ventress managed to slash Anakin across the face, leaving a harsh scar on his jaw. This one obviously must have healed a lot better than the other one, since we don't see it in Revenge of the Sith. The two elite fighters continued their fight across a thin Durasteel beam, dodging and weaving each other's strikes while maintaining their balance. Eventually their contest reached a climax when Ventress lunged forward with a furious strike, gashing Anakin across the eye, leaving the famous scar that we see in Revenge of the Sith. Anakin is now in pain, but Ventress continues to brag that she could have taken his head off there, but chose not to, so that he would feel the pain and anger of the dark side. She continued to taunt Anakin, telling him that he would feel the full force of the dark side one last time before he died. Whether or not he knew it, Ventress's lesson in the dark side was working, and Anakin was continuing to brew anger inside of him. Anakin channeled his rage further, unleashing a fury of destructive blows, and pushed Ventress all the way to the very edge of the building that they were fighting on as they continued their fight. Eventually, Ventress lost her balance, leaving an opportunity for Anakin to force push her off the ledge into mid-air, but not before he also used the Force to suspend her with power cables. The grip of his hand tightened so hard with the strength of the dark side that it actually resembled something similar to a Force choke that Darth Vader would later go on to do. Anakin continues to tighten his grip on the cables as electricity begins to flow through them, badly shocking Ventress. Ventress asks if he is ready to kill her yet and says that it is not the Jedi way to do so. Anakin disregards Ventress's ramblings and releases his Force grip, plunging her off the side of the building. Anakin watched her fall as the dark side began to leave him. After the events in the Coruscant industrial sector, Anakin rushes to Chancellor Palpatine's office for comfort and guidance. Palpatine continues his long game of manipulation, complimenting Anakin on his great victory on the battlefield and telling him to remember that he will always be a true friend. Chilling stuff right there. So that is exactly how Anakin got his scar near his right eye. This comic has been moved to Legends continuity, but at the moment, Canon does confirm that Asajj Ventress did give him the scar, making this battle battle still potentially true in canon. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to smash the subscribe button for more awesome Star Wars lore content. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.